Welcome, everyone. This is the WNBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New York Liberty going up against the Atlanta Dream. Courtside with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Zuniga, and we've got a fun one. An interconference matchup tonight. Brian, do you think rivalry games are actually more important than the others?
Well, every game is important, Blake, but yes, I do think both teams enter rivalry games with a more intense attitude and approach. Rivalries are everything in sports, and you never want to give your opponent the upper hand. I'd say both teams had this game marked on their calendars for a while.
Absolutely. I'm expecting this game to have a playoff atmosphere. Not really any love lost between these two teams. Don't be surprised if things get chippy.
And she's got her first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting two.
The first one falls.
Always great to see bigs who can hit from the charity stripe, and Brown definitely fits that mold.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here's Ionescu. Outside Whitcomb. Back to Ionescu. And she's good on the 3 ball.
A shot that looks almost automatic for Ionescu, has total confidence in her shooting ability.
Pass to Strickland. Outside Sims. High arcing shot. Natasha Howard with the block. And it's good for 2. Now here's Whitcomb. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Howard. Elbow shot. Brown grabs the board.
And guys, one thing I admire about Natasha Howard is her preparation. She wasn't really a starter in her first 4 WNBA seasons, but things started to change in year 5. With increased minutes, she increased her production, showing she was always ready for her big moment.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. And again, it's New York with a 3.
A big move in Ionescu's endless offensive arsenal, the stop and pop, getting her defenders on their heels.
And talking about Howard's patience in this league, Tim, things really worked for her, didn't they?
Oh, they sure did, Blake. After landing with her 3rd team in 5 years, she immediately won a WNBA championship and made all defensive first team in 2018. And the year after that, Howard was named an All-Star and the Defensive Player of the Year in 2019.
Now here is Hayes. To the paint. It's stolen by Natasha Howard. Here's Laney. That's good, and it's Natasha Howard with the assist.
They're off and running. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Pass to Sims. They get a hand on it. 3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. But they get it back. And it's Strickland with the rebound. Atlanta trailing here. Brown with it. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Outside Whitcomb, and Parker gets the whistle that time. That is her first foul of the game. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Ionescu outside. Outside Whitcomb. Shot clock at 5. From outside, off the mark. Sims with it. Pass to Parker. A kick out to Hayes. Outside Sims. Now here's Parker. There's the foul. It's on Howard. That's her first foul. And the dream call time here. And still a ways away from the postseason, Brian. But what do the true championship contenders take care of early on?
Well, they waste no time in getting everyone on the same page, Blake. Their chemistry is usually strong from the get-go. Everyone believes in each other because they're all focused on the same goal. And that kind of belief can really bind a team together throughout the course of a season.
Yeah, and the different roles on the team are always identified and accepted early on. That way, during the season, nobody is complaining about minutes and getting more touches because everybody knows what's expected of them.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here is Hayes. Whitcomb defending. Great positioning on the putback.
A gritty player who gives 110% effort whenever she's out on the court. Hayes just does not quit.
Now Ionescu. She's got 8. And that's a foul called on Odyssey Sims. That is her first foul of the game. Ionescu outside.
I admire the defensive mentality that Parker plays with each and every game.
Here's Sims. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
And after being drafted second overall in the 2014 WNBA draft, Odyssey Sims wasted no time getting acclimated to this league. In her first year, she averaged over 16 points per game and dished out over 4 assists per game. And at the end of the season, she was named to the WNBA's all-rookie team.
Shooting 2.
She misses the free throw. And despite a stellar rookie campaign, Odyssey Sims didn't play in her first All-Star game until 2019.
You know, that can happen sometimes, Blake. Had to play for a few different teams, but her expansive skill set and tenacious work ethic have always been there. Her All-Star nod symbolized her ability to turn potential into major production.
She hits the second from the line.
But Odyssey Sims made it to her first WNBA Finals in 2017. Unfortunately for her, the Sparks unfortunately fell short of their ultimate goal. She battled to the very end with her team. They ended up losing to the Lynx in 5.
Now here is Hayes. Pass to Strickland. From the arc. Whitcomb grabs the miss. New York leading. And despite not winning the championship in 2017, what do you think Sims may have learned from losing in the finals?
Well, I think it gives you a healthy perspective, Blake. You realize just how tough it is to win it all. You have to reflect on the good and the bad, though, and continue to turn your weaknesses into strengths. It probably motivated her to work even harder because she doesn't want to miss her shot at redemption.
first free throw is good.
When you talk about elite defenders, I think you got to talk about Natasha Howard. She's been selected WNBA All-Defensive First Team a few times, and she even won the Defensive Player of the Year in 2019.
And she can't hit the second. And thinking about Howard's impact defensively, Brian, how important is she to her team's success?
She's critical, Blake. I think every team could use a defensive anchor like Natasha Howard. Since becoming a full-time starter, her block and steal numbers have really skyrocketed. When it comes to winning games, Howard is a difference maker.
Now here is Sims. Carter. Poked loose. Clarendon with it. Guarded now by Carter. Now here's Clarendon. Guarded closely.
The combination of effort, height, nastiness, it's a recipe for elite shot blocking. Williams, she has all three of them.
And here's Clarendon. Ionescu outside. From the low block, and that's off the glass and in.
She's finding all kinds of ways to get it going right now. What a quarter she's having.
Back to Sims. In transition, here come the Liberty. Shot is good by Ionescu.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
The Dream Trail. Here's Carter. Looking for her first basket still in this one. And it's Sims missing.
On the glass so far, it hasn't even been close.
They're taking it to them. Feels like they've gotten every rebound.
The shot's good.
Yeah, you know how a lot of people talk about flipping the switch? Well, her switch has definitely been flipped to on in this quarter, guys. I mean, just dominant scoring.
Now here's Williams. Natasha Howard pulls it in.
Yeah, remember that. I mean, that's not an opportunity. She fails to convert very often.
Pass to Clarendon. Back to Howard. Durr, defended by Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Durr's shot is off.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Carter with it. Clarendon covering. Now here is Ionescu. He's got 14. Left side, Clarendon. Drops in the layup for 2.
Timeout.
They're finding lanes to the hoop every time down. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Or at least some fight.
And the Dream call time here.
Really, they're not pleased at all with the looks they've given up inside, and they want to talk to the team about tightening things up defensively.
Well, that's what's got to happen, and I'm sure the coaches will let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and that's a recipe for disaster.
And the Liberty making a change here. Carter with it. Wyatt so far offensively searching for first points of the game. Trying to get back on track. The shot off that. that time.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Inside. Back to Jones. Pass to Clarendon. That one rolling around and rims out. On the wing, Kennedy Carter. Guarded by Jones. Carter with it. To the inside. And the basket by Howard.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Williams can't get it to go. Gray outside.
Right here.
Outside Clarendon. Pass to Howard. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two. It's going to go on Elizabeth Williams. And she'll take her third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops.
And the two-way game of Howard is impressive. A legitimate offensive threat who also defends with tenacity.
And so she makes both from the line. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Carter. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Stolen by Jones. And the ball out of play. The dream will happen. And they're having trouble stopping this run.
And you know, the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Here's Durr. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Huge advantage for them already.
Total control, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even bigger.
Absolutely.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Liberty. They lead by 18. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. All right, guys, the Liberty enjoying a nice lead here.
Some great defense on their part so far in this one.
They've really worked well as a unit to help on drives and rotations.
And here's Clarendon. Outside Durr. Pass to Gray. Laney. There's the triple. Brown grabs the board. Outside Carter. That's tipped. Jones with it. And Williams picks her up defensively. Left side Durr. Outside Clarendon. Jones outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Laney. Three-pointer. New York, no good that time either.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
the fast break for the Liberty. Pulls up for three. That shot, no good. Outside Williams for three. Carter misses.
You know, you watch her and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
Pass to Brown. Carter, guarded by Durr. Outside Carter. Rebound New York.
And you know, honestly, if you're looking for the main reason they're trailing in this game, look no further than her shooting. She's hit exactly 0% of her shots tonight. Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Now here's Carter. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Williams. Well-timed pass, and it goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Shrewd play by Strickland, getting the ball to a ready shooter. She's playing terrific, unselfish basketball.
Timeout called the Liberty. Smooth sailing for New York. Jones outside. Pass to Gray. The shot will not fall. Good D from Kalani Brown. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
To the middle. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
She draws so much attention. Williams can find others for easy buckets. Good dish.
Laney outside. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Jones. New York, no good that time either.
Well, guys, for her size, Courtney Williams is an outstanding rebounder. She's listed at 5'8", but she seems to play a lot bigger than that. I'm just so impressed with her grit and toughness on the boards.
Now here's Whitcomb. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Shook. Jones. Tips it up. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, just can't get things going here as she falls to 20% shooting this quarter.
Now Strickland. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and the fast break for the Liberty. Here's Laney. The three-pointer off the mark. And Tim, what are the biggest advantages to having a relentless rebounder like Williams on your team?
It starts with inspiration, Blake, because when you see your guard rebounding the way Williams does, it pushes everyone else to match her intensity. And rebounding has always been a team effort, so her coaches have to appreciate her willingness to do the dirty work. Perseverance, it always pays off on the offensive glass.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
They should jump at this chance, stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Outside Whitcomb. outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good.
The defense on her has to be airtight, guys, and that was far from it.
Here's Williams. Pass to Strickland. Brown. Now here is Hayes. Yep, that goes.
You know, not a great start for her in the first, but she's quickly turning that around.
Timeout called the Liberty.
A second-round pick back in 2012. Since entering the league out of Connecticut, Tiffany Hayes has been one of the most reliable players in this league. In each of her first 7 seasons in the WNBA, Hayes saw her scoring increase. It culminated in 2018 when Hayes averaged over 17 points per game and was named to the All-WNBA first team.
Now here is Ionescu. She's covered by Sims. An easy 2 points on the layup. And with Hayes, her coaches and teammates don't just love her for her scoring. There's a lot more to love.
Yeah, her toughness certainly garners respect from her teammates. In 2019, Hayes played through an ankle injury for a lot of the season. And beyond the offensive numbers, Hayes is known for her active defense on the perimeter.
Pass to Whitcomb. Here's Ionescu. Sims with it. Now guarded by Ionescu. Sims with the bucket.
A two-way threat. At times, Sims just pounces on sequences and just does everything herself.
And the basket by Ionescu.
She is feeling it, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Pass to Brown. Sims. Just 4 to shoot. It's not going to go for her. So New York will take it the other way. A try by Natasha Howard. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
On the bounce, she's so strong. Howard puts it on the deck to get to the hoop. Hard to slow.
This is her 3rd trip to the free throw line. And she makes the first. So she gets them both. The Dream on offense. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Sims. Down low. Hayes laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
As a big, sometimes your height is a huge help passing-wise. It allows players like Williams to get a clear view of open players.
Now here's Whitcomb. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass Fast break, here come the Dream. And that one's good. Hayes.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game has progressed.
Ionescu has it. He's got 18. And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. Laney connects from three-point range.
Great read by Ionescu at just about 6 feet. Sabrina is pretty tall for a 1. She's able to see the whole court.
Now here is Sims. Ball's knocked loose. Now Laney. Lets it go from deep. Tiffany Hayes grabs the miss.
You know, it might be a poor shooting performance for her, but luckily her teammates have picked up the slack.
Smooth sailing for New York. To the middle. Outside Whitcomb. And a miss there on the triple.
One thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness drawing contact, putting the defense in some early foul trouble.
Good point, and they should get back to that. Continue to press that advantage.
Be aggressive.
And the shot goes down.
Wow. I mean, come on, that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, it's just nowhere to be found.
They have to start committing more bodies down low.
Now here's Whitcomb. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Pushing it up. Here's Sims. Finished off the break.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming on the fast break.
And defensively, you've got to sprint back in transition. The coaching staff getting restless, and, I mean, I don't blame them.
Here's Ionescu. He's got 18. And the foul called on Hawkins. That'll be her second foul of the game. And the Liberty making a change here. Here's Ionescu. Pass to Shook. From downtown, good on the three-point shot.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hawkins outside. Now Hayes. The open shot, Leisha Clarendon. And she sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Garnering so much attention from the defense herself, so Durr plays with her head up and finds open teammates.
Sims with the bucket. That'll do it for the first half. Liberty out in front, up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going in what has been a runaway of a game so far. And you look at Sabrina Ionescu in this game, and she's been everywhere.
Well, in terms of her points in the first half, that's pretty much what we've come to expect.
Which tells you really all you need to know about what a strong talent she is. I mean, I'm going to bet that she adds a lot more to her totals after the break.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Pass to Shook. Outside Whitcomb. And here's Laney. 5 to shoot. Whitcomb. No good on the 3.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Well, she's scoring most of their points, but she can't score them all. She needs some help if they're going to come back.
Now here's Whitcomb. Looking for her first basket still in this one. And here's Laney. Out to the left wing. The 3 from Natasha Howard. Rebounded by Parker.
You know, she shouldn't miss those, but, you know, it happens to the best of them.
Outside Sims. Stolen by Laney. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Good on the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Stolen by Laney. Knocked away. Oh, the double clutch. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Cheyenne Parker.
Well, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs there.
Something you struggled with in your career, Tim, but definitely saved the layup with that foul. She's going to have to earn them at the line.
And this is her first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And good on both. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Outside Sims. For 3, Shakina Strickland. New York with the rebound. Unhindered going all the way. Laney, good.
Great to see Howard find her wide open teammate. She continues to develop her ability to make plays.
Outside Hayes. To the paint. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2. It goes on Natasha Howard.
Teammates with Maya Moore at Connecticut and Angel McCautry in the pros, sometimes Tiffany Hayes has been overlooked in her basketball career. But given the chance to shine, Hayes has stepped up time after time. In Atlanta, during those 2 seasons that McCautry missed, 2017 and 2019, Hayes stepped up big time.
And she knocks down the first one. And with Hayes, she has stepped into the spotlight and really shown she can be a star in this league.
That aforementioned season with the Dream in 2017, Hayes took over scoring duties. All she did was set a new career high in points and make her first All-Star game. An athletic guard, Hayes can also dish it, putting up solid assist totals over her career.
And the Liberty with possession here. It's an 18-point lead. The drive by Ionescu. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Tiffany Hayes on the wing. Back to Williams. Strickland outside. Tipped away. Oh, and the fast break for the Liberty. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely, the defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Whitcomb, that's good.
They're turning the game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets. Just way too easy.
Yeah, it is too easy. Going on a nice run here. And defensively, you have to force them to operate in the half court. This won't get it done.
Now here's Brown. She has 6. 5 on the clock. It's Shakina Strickland with the drive. Laney on the wing. Ionescu outside. Fires from 18. Here's Gray. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Well, it's always good to take advantage of over-eager defenders. Now, Gray is smart and keeps the opponents on their toes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her.
A second-round pick in the 2015 WNBA draft. Gray might have entered the league with a chip on her shoulder for not getting selected earlier.
That's also good, so she hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
They've yet to miss, so yeah, you really can't do any better.
Outside Carter. Pass to Parker. Strickland. And that one drops for her.
Don't let Strickland get too comfortable inside, as she has a nice touch around the basket.
Outside Durr. Solid defense from Cheyenne Parker. A difficult situation for Atlanta. Here's Carter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Strickland. Inside. Here's Brown. She drains it in as the shot clock ticks down.
Using her lengthy wingspan to her advantage, Brown is able to dominate down low.
Gray with it. She's covered by Brown. Williams with the steal. On the wing, Kennedy Carter. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Kennedy Carter goes by the nickname Hollywood, and the 2020 4th overall pick is known to put on a show offensively. In each of Carter's 3 years in college, she averaged over 20 points per game. That includes scoring 46 in a game as a freshman.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Carter, she's known for how dynamic she is with the ball.
Well, to score like she did against the best competition in such a tough league in college at just 5'7", Carter's quicks are fantastic. Welcome to Atlanta by Hawk star Trae Young. Carter hopes to have a similar impact on the Dream.
So she hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Foregoing her final year of eligibility, Kennedy Carter was a top 5 pick in the 2020 WNBA draft. One of 3 juniors that went in the top 10. And guys, that might be a new trend we'll see in the league.
Now here's Carter. Outside Williams. Goes back up. And Williams lays it up and in.
One of her real strengths, Williams can collect her teammates' misses, turn them into points.
Outside Durr. Jones. And foul rolled hard that time, and she'll get 2 shots at the line. That's on Courtney Williams. First trip to the line for her here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. She hits both from the stripe. Well, the Minnesota Lynx have the most WNBA championships out of any active franchise in the league. But which team do you think can surpass them in the next few years?
I'll go with the Seattle Storm, Blake. As a franchise, they're 3-0 in the WNBA Finals, and they already won a title not too long ago in 2018. The Lynx better watch out.
No doubt, Brian. But how about the Los Angeles Sparks? They play in a big market, and they already have 3 championships to their name. So I think the Sparks, they could be the team to surpass the Lynx in the next handful of years.
The Dream on offense. Outside Carter. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
You know, she might be 5'8", but Williams has tons of different ways to finish at the hoop. Hard to stop.
Pass to Durr. Knocked loose. And the ball out of play. The Dream will have it. So both teams making some changes here. Now here's Williams. Hawkins outside. Pass to Williams. Left side, Williams. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Jones. She's guarded by Williams. To the inside. Shook. Good.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
Carter with it. Outside Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kennedy Carter.
What vision from Carter, able to survey the court, find the open player.
Now Clarendon. She's got 6. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
Their three-point shooting really since halftime has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. You know, put your blinker on, get into the fast lane, and keep firing those deep balls and build that lead up.
Watch the speed limit, though.
In transition, here come the Liberty. Here's Jones. Off the mark there with the 3. And here's Carter. Outside Sims. Carter. Hawkins outside. Back to Carter. 6 to shoot. Pass to Williams. And Durr is going to pick up the foul. That is her first foul of the game. To the wing on the left. Pass to Hawkins. Yep, that one goes.
Fundamental hoops from Odyssey Sims, making sure to get it to the uncovered teammate.
Laney outside. Shook. She's guarded by Williams. And down it goes. 2 points.
After leaning on the three-point shot in the first half, they're starting to get away from it here in the second. More of their shots are coming from inside.
Now here's Carter. Outside Sims. And Sabrina Ionescu with the block.
Sent back by Ionescu, she might be listed as a guard, but remember, she's almost 6 feet, has some great length, and is tenacious defensively.
Here's Whitcomb. Pass to Shook. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Odyssey Sims with the steal. Tiffany Hayes on the wing. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
A crafty left-handed scorer. Hayes is always creating new ways to get buckets on opponents.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Liberty out in front, running away with this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, this was some artistry right here. Great decision on where to go with the ball and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way, Tim. It's true team basketball.
It's just so much fun to watch.
And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. The Dream on offense. We know the NBA logo is inspired by the great Jerry West, but the WNBA logo isn't based on any specific player. Do you think the league should change that?
I don't think it's necessary, Blake. Would it be cool? Sure. But how could you even begin that process? There's so many legends to choose from. I think it's better to just keep it as is.
It would be pretty cool to honor a player like that, but you're right, Brian. There's just so many greats that are worthy. Off the top of my head, I know Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore. They'd be great picks if it ever happens.
Outside Hayes. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
Talk about playing with intensity. On the offensive glass, Brown is a matchup nightmare.
That one, good for 2.
Oh, I love that vision, guys. What a great job threading that pass into the lane.
Outside Carter. Makes it off the glass.
Got to do more than this to stop Carter. She's dependable at fighting through aggressive coverage.
Pass to Laney. Elizabeth Williams with the block. Here's Hayes. Add another basket to her impressive total. It's her 9th against 12 attempts. On offense, here the Liberty. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Inside, Laney, and that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw. There's been a trend in basketball at every level. Go small, go with shooting, go with speed. Does the big still matter in today's game?
Absolutely. We saw it with the 2019 Las Vegas Aces. They traded for 6'7" Liz Cambage and paired her with 6'4" Asia Wilson. The result, a trip to the semifinals and a very successful season in Las Vegas.
And when you delve deeper into that 2019 Aces team, with that 2-center lineup, they easily led the league in boards. Vegas also had the best defensive rating in the WNBA. So yeah, that team proved you can still go big and win. Of course, it helps when you have 2 superstars down low.
Now Now here's Strickland, defended by Laney. Parker up top. Here's Brown. That's another one for her 5th in just 7 shots.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Well, they're hustling, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution just hasn't been there.
Got to take care of the ball and shoot it better.
And the basket by Ionescu.
What a terrific night for Sabrina Ionescu, showing off her abilities as a natural-born scorer.
Pass to Sims. Parker. Outside Hayes. For 3. And Laney pulls it down. Now here is Ionescu. Outside Whitcomb. Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Here's Laney. The shot, no good. Now the Dream take it the other way, and they're running. Tiffany Hayes for 3. Add the basket to her impressive total, and that brings her to 10 of 14.
Her shooting has been so good today. She may have to take it upon herself to get her team out of this hole.
Pass to Gray. Now Laney. Ionescu. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Tiffany Hayes double team. Strickland. To the paint. Here's Sims. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And it's going to be on Sabrina Ionescu.
And for a guard, Sims goes up with confidence inside, which in turn draws the contact.
And the first one falls for her. We hear the phrase sports science, and players and their teams play a part in keeping their bodies in tip-top shape. How big of an impact do you think it makes for a team as a whole?
Well, with these athletes playing year-round, you have to pay attention to recovery efforts. Studies show that sleep is the most important factor to keeping your body right. And it also comes down to not just training, but how you're training.
Absolutely, making sure you are working the right muscle groups. The final piece of the pie is nutrition. You are what you eat, right? We've seen players extend their careers of late. That's the biggest impact, guys, of sports science.
Laney, good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Now here is Hayes. Whitcomb defending. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Liberty. Here's Howard. And a great assist that time by Sabrina Ionescu as that one goes in.
We've seen this before. Howard playing with some power down low. Pushes right past the contact to the bucket.
And the Dream call time here.
February 24th, 2020. It's a day that Sabrina Ionescu will not soon forget. In the morning, Ionescu was a speaker at Kobe Bryant's memorial at Staples Center in Los Angeles. An incredible, emotional moment for anyone, let alone a college senior. But after giving an incredible, heartfelt speech, she had work to do that night.
And for Ionescu, after giving that speech, she flew up from Los Angeles to the Bay Area for a Monday night national TV primetime game.
Emotionally and physically drained, she arrived to the gym just 90 minutes before the game. In her final game in the Bay Area where she grew up, Ionescu not only delivered a triple-double, she also became the first collegiate player to ever amass 2,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 1,000 rebounds in a career.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Odom shot is off. Soft touch off the glass.
Sweet feed from Cazorla leads to the open look. She's a dream to play with, a pure point.
Here's Ionescu. Left side, Howard. That shot off. And so here's Atlanta. In the basketball world, it seems like Canada is just taking over. In Toronto winning the 2019 NBA title, and in the WNBA, we're starting to see a wave of talent from the North.
Absolutely. There's been an investment in hoops with Canada. We're seeing stars like Kia Nurse. She won multiple national championships in college and has emerged as an all-star in the pro game.
Nurse is a potential star for Canada at the international level. Beyond her, some other Canadians are starting to make their impact in the WNBA as well. And I think we'll see even more in the years to come.
Now here's Laney. Williams with it. Outside Sims. Outside Parker. Sims. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Strickland. That's her first foul. Now Whitcomb. With the teardrop, Cheyenne Parker with the block.
Well, long arms and top-notch awareness make Parker the quality shot blocker she is.
And the Liberty call time here. And the Liberty with possession here. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Williams with it, and it's Howard picking her up. Hangs in the air. Natasha Howard with the rebound. And here's Ionescu. Outside Whitcomb. Laney, pass to Howard. Courtney Williams for 3. Rebound New York.
Well, it's not a bad look for her on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be her night. And look, everyone has those.
Laney on the wing. She's covered by Strickland. And the ball out of play. The Dream will have it. Here's Sims. In terms of WNBA fandom, amongst the biggest admirers of the league are NBA stars.
LeBron James has been an advocate for the WNBA and women's basketball in general. He's a huge fan of 2020 first overall pick Sabrina Ionescu while she was still in college, tweeting about her games. And we've seen everyone from LeBron to CP3, Russell Westbrook, courtside, particularly at Las Vegas Aces games.
And part of the bond comes from growing up together. Just take a look at NBA guard Buddy Hield. Now, he grew up with WNBA star Jonquel Jones in the Bahamas, and they trained together starting at a young age. Buddy Hield's been a fixture at Jones's games as he shows love for his childhood friend.
And the first one drops. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And good on the second, so she makes both. Odom, Hawkins covering. 6 to shoot. Here's Clarendon. That's another one for her. Her 5th in just 7 shots.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
The WNBA experimented with 2 rule changes during the 2019 All-Star game. The 20-second shot clock and live subs. How do you like these changes?
You know me, I want offense, so it was a game for me. The game ended up 129 to 126, and I thought the 20-second timer was a fun idea, but I'm just not sure how it would work during regular season games. I'd split the difference and try out a 22-second shot clock.
Good idea, Brian. I can't believe I just said that. On the hockey-style substitutions, honestly, I really liked it. Kept the game moving, but also forces players to kind of make quick decisions on who to guard and creates interesting matchups.
She's covered by Brown. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. Fires from 14, and she recovers it. Pass to Cazorla. Hawkins. The second chance effort. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them and in enemy territory, no less.
It was enemy territory, but with the way that they controlled the game, they took the crowd completely out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that's a wrap, everyone.